Welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alphaneme. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you could, please click that like button, turn it into a rocket, and send it into the stratosphere. So we had a lot of big news this week coming from a Stellar Foundation. We know that they had been making big moves with the Ukrainian banking system. For months, we have been discussing this, and I put out the idea that them working with those particular banks would spark the interest of other banks that would see the efficiency of the system, because remember, banks are talking. All of these members are talking and telling each other of the efficiencies of the system, how cheap it is, okay, how inexpensive it is to send money back and forth, how lightning fast it is, how secure it is. And when you hear something that is that beneficial to business, you want to try it yourself, or at least you want to see what it's like yourself. So now we have this particular news here. This is a blog from stellar.org/blog, and it is titled, Association of Ukrainian Banks Admits SDF as a Member. Let me read that one more time. That's mind-blowing. You can almost see your bank account exploding with money. Association of Ukrainian Banks, a multitude of Ukrainian banks, admits SDF, Stellar Foundation, as a member. That is astounding. This is what we want to hear. As holders of XLM, money is coming. Trillions of dollars, billions of dollars will be flowing through the Stellar system. It will be unbelievable. The parabolic run that stands to possibly happen is unthinkable. This is just a window into how a lot of these systems will mass adopt these particular protocol, these banking coins, mass adopt these banking coins like that. Now, it will seem like it is seemingly overnight, seem like it to the lay person, but to us, we know that this was in the works for quite some time. Now, let's delve a little bit into this blog and become a little bit more informed. This blog was written by Carolyn Yee, okay? And we will begin here. On the heels of convening Ukrainian financial institutions with experts from the blockchain and virtual assets industry, SDF accepted an invitation to join the Association of Ukrainian Banks as a member. The association is the oldest organization of its kind in the Ukraine, which means they have a lot of respect. Older organizations who have survived the test of time, so to speak, and who have done very well or have thrived, curry a certain amount of respect. And when they speak or when they utilize a system, it is taken note of by others who would be called their peers and colleagues. Those peers and colleagues will want to use the system, and thus we find ourselves here at this point where now Stellar is a member of the Association of Ukrainian Banks. Let's continue on here, okay? The association is the oldest organization of its kind in Ukraine and works to promote the development of the national banking system. Now, if they're developing the banking system and Stellar is a member and also an advisor, you do know that Stellar is recommending itself because it believes and knows, and all of the data, I believe, would prove that it is one of the, if not the best banking coin, the best blockchain for moving money here to there. And it is the most inexpensive while being lightning fast and extremely secure, and only improves over time. They're not resting on their laurels. They're becoming better and better. I also said this is something that we wanted, and why I like Stellar, because they're always ambitious enough to move forward with their technology, improve upon it, and that would make it that much more delicious for these systems. And now we see the words that I have said and the work that Stellar has been doing coming to fruition. Brilliant and muy linda, mi gente. Let's continue on here. With over 45 members, 45 banks, 45 banks. So we already have, 60 to 80 banks from IBM Worldwire. Now we're a part of the Banking Association of Ukraine with 45 members. That's 45 banks in addition. And so all of those banks together, over 100 banks Stellar will be working with Stellar will be utilized by XLM, will be utilized by, they haven't even gone online with the systems completely just yet. Imagine what the price is going to be when every single day, trillions and billions and trillions of dollars. We're not going to get to quadrillions just yet. There's another piece to the puzzle we're going to wait for. With the regulatory clarity, okay, from the U.S. federal government, then we'll start talking quadrillions again. Okay, that's when quadrillions comes in. But right now, with the rest of the world, we're talking trillions, billions, and trillions of dollars flowing through XLM. Just imagine what that price is going to be. Now, we have this beautiful correction. On one hand, we're looking at that beautiful correction, right? And the price of Stellar right now. And then think about what that price is going to be in the future with trillions and billions of dollars that you are being told through the data here is going to be flowing through XLM. And you tell me that's not absolutely fantastic. Swimming through money like Scrooge McDuck. All right, let's get back to the article. With over 45 members, the association makes it possible for a wide spectrum of banks and financial institutions, large and small, national and multinational, to join forces and help steer the future of financial services in the country. Here's a quote. We are pleased to announce the Stellar Development Foundation's membership in the Association of Ukrainian Banks. It is a great honor for the association that SDF has decided to join our community, said Andriy Dubas, president of the association. Here's another quote. SDF will advise on developing a new market sector, Are you perceiving what I am perceiving? I believe that you are. My audience is highly intelligent. I greatly appreciate your intelligence too. We are on the same perception level. We know what's coming. SDF will help advise on developing a new market sector and the digital economy as a whole. The digital economy in Ukraine, allowing Ukrainian citizens and businesses to pursue financial opportunities. The Ukrainian banking system is already a leader in digitalization, and SDF brings valuable expertise that will allow us to take a leading position in blockchain and virtual assets for the association and our members. This new partnership reiterates SDF's role as an advisor to Ukraine on deploying blockchain technology and virtual assets. It also affirms the utility of public-private partnerships for building healthy virtual asset ecosystems in new countries and regions. Now, I just want to add this a little bit. Think about all of the other banking systems that wanted to utilize Stellar. Ukraine is beginning to roll this out, right, and go very, very deep, so to speak, with Stellar and XLM. All of the other countries will not want to be left behind. They will not want the Ukraine to roll out their central bank digital currency at lightning speeds, secure, extremely inexpensive, and then that becomes a dominant currency. Because people will turn towards it. People will want to use what is best for them because it doesn't matter where the protocol is coming from. It's about the technology, and the technology is decentralized. So you can take that currency and use it to your benefit, sort of how we're doing with DeFi and altcoins, right? A lot of people are using altcoins and DeFi as like a certain type of banking system, okay, to hold their funds. Those other countries are not going to want to be left behind. So they're going to begin to put the acceleration, so to speak, I would believe this is a theory, on the rolling out of their systems and shearing up their memorandums of understanding and signing different contracts with Stellar and bringing them into the system because that would be wise for their economic survival. They want to get in on this system and level the playing field before other countries take off and leave them behind. Because it can happen. You don't want to be late to the party. You show up, the party is over. You can't get any cake. Everyone wants a little bit of the cake. Ukraine is taking a big slice right now, and others will take notice. This is just my humble opinion. And they will begin. Japan, Europe. We know we're Stellar. We have very, very long legs in Europe. We have very long legs in Japan. We have very long legs in Central and South America. So I believe that this will be the spark that we need, so to speak, for other systems to put a little bit of a fire under themselves to get these different deals done, implement the systems, and develop an even deeper relationship to ensure that they're able to utilize the system, because the system is just that good that you want to have it close by and say, yes, this is mine if I should choose to use it. Yes, this is mine. I'm going to make a ton of money. They think very similar to you and I. Don't think that they don't. They want to save a ton of money, and they will. They want to make a ton of money, and they will if they utilize the system. So this is something highly valuable. The same way that XLM might be valuable to you and I is highly valuable to the banking systems, just the same. Let's continue on here. Quote, "We are honored to formalize our relationship with the Association of Ukrainian Banks," said Danelle Dixon. I would like to say that I appreciate Danelle Dixon, and as a leader, Danelle Dixon has done a wonderful job, and I hope that Danelle Dixon continues with the fire in her belly to go forward and continue to blaze a trail and show everyone how good XLM really is. That's going to make you and I millionaires and billionaires if it should continue. Danelle Dixon has done a wonderful job. CEO and Executive Director of the SDF. Quote, "The association's collaborative approach, membership, engagement in legislative activity, and cooperation with the National Bank of Ukraine all demonstrate its great commitment to cultivating healthy innovation for the virtual economy. We believe virtual assets are one of the most important innovations of our lifetimes," and they are. Everything will be digitized. I believe almost everything will be NFT'd and moved through the blockchain. It makes things more accessible to the public, to the individuals. It makes it easier for copywriting. I mean, it locks into place so many things that the average citizen needs to use. Decentralized, so then you can have privacy should you choose it. Should you choose to have privacy, you can have privacy through the usage of your money. Unlike the systems today, modernized, fast, inexpensive, just for you and I, not just banking systems and businesses. So I agree with that sentiment. We believe virtual assets are one of the most important innovations of our lifetimes. Working together, we can deliver on the promise of blockchain and virtual asset technology for consumers and businesses inside and outside of the Ukraine. So pay attention to the wording. We can deliver on the promise of blockchain. Stellar. So there has been a lot of people who have been in the comment section saying that, well, what if Stellar recommends other blockchains? What if Stellar recommends the usage of other coins? And I'm thinking to myself, as many other people who have replied to these particular comments, that Stellar's best interest is to promote Stellar, and Stellar's primary will be promoting the usage of Stellar and implementing Stellar systems. As Danelle so eloquently puts here, we can deliver on the promise of blockchain. We, her being a representative, don't think she means we as Danelle Dixon and this other person over here. No, we as in the Stellar Development Foundation can guarantee on the promise of blockchain. And what are we promoting? XLM usage. XLM. It's a beautiful time to be in crypto. It's a beautiful time to have such a correction at this particular time in history where we can buy so many lumens, XRP, Algorand, that are going to be used in banking systems. The opportunity is actually mind-blowing. Man, to think what's going to come in years, or what could come in years with the development of these things and regulatory clarity. No matter how you look at it, those prices, my goodness, are going to go so parabolic that a volcano exploding would pale in comparison to the parabolic boom that's going to happen with crypto banking coins. And it is quite interesting to me that so many people cannot see it. But you and I, we see something there. We're hungry for it. We know the big fish is in the water. So everyone else catching the little fishes is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Catch those fishes, eat. It's going to help you live. But you and I, Ahab, we are hunting the big white whale. And it's so close. Ah, so close. And that price is going to raise it tall. Ah, in your pockets. What are you going to do when your pockets are so enormous you can't even walk down the street? Your purse is exploding with fiat currency or whatever currency you choose. Your purse is so fat with dollars, money. You can't even lift it. Too many bundles. So much money, you actually have to start looking at a bank like, maybe I should put my money in the bank, right? I'm just joking. But there is an air of truth to what I say. My goodness, the dreams are so wonderful. To think that those dreams are so close to possibly becoming a reality. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. Thank you for watching the video. I greatly appreciate that. And until next time, let's get to the money.